Hello and welcome back to Snowbombing Backstage. My name is Jess Iszatt, and this is the final episode, the final live stream in the lead up to snowbombing. Next time I see you, it's going to be in the mountains. I've been chatting to different artists and DJs from Snowbombing's amazing lineup to get you all super excited for the festival next month. And today, saving the best till last, you might say, I am chatting to Radio 1 DJ and broadcaster, the UK's finest electronic music tastemaker, and someone I'm super privileged to call my good friend, Jaguar. Welcome.
Yay! Hey Jess! Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well. I'm excited for snowbombing and I'm really excited to be chatting to you today.
Yeah. I'm so pleased we got you on. I want to know, because obviously it's going to be your snowbombing debut. What are you most looking forward to? Have you had like a little look at what's in store?
Yeah, so I've never been before, but it always looks incredible. I feel like the lineup's always just like 10 out of 10. So I think I just want to get super stuck in. I love snow. So I'll just be like jumping into piles of it and doing snow angels probably for most of it.
Oh my God, yes, so keen. Have you had a look at the lineup as well? Because this year I've got the poster up now and it's literally jam-packed. I kind of want to know, firstly, who's caught your eye? And secondly, what percent do you reckon you've supported on one of your shows or maybe in one of your DJ sets?
Yeah, looking at it, it's actually I've definitely played a lot of people on there. But I mean, yeah, like I'd be super excited to see Elka, Liza Rose, yourself, Junior Simba, Malfoy Baptiste, like Chloe Robinson, Selena, Sherelle, Sarah Singer, everyone looks great. It looks really, really good.
I remember last year, actually, it was my first time last year, and we were just, skiing along. You could hear this bass coming from one of the smallest like venues, but in the middle of the mountains. And Chloe Robinson was just in the window, and I just literally like ran up. I was like, "Oh my God, hey!" You literally just see like everyone everywhere. So I'm very excited. I want to know: are you a skier or a snowboarder?
So I'm a skier. I'm not the best skier, but I'm not the worst skier. But I can get down a mountain, you know. I tried snowboarding once and we didn't really gel. So skiing is for me, I think.
You know what? I think I've kind of stuck to skiing now. I did fancy myself a snowboarder back in the day, but last time I went, I literally was just like on my face the whole time. And I've also broken my wrist snowboarding. So again,
Oh my
maybe
God.
didn't gel with me either. Right. So at Snowbombing Backstage, instead of Shag, Marry, Avoid, we do Sledge, Spa, Rave. And not this is spa as in like going to the spa and chilling out, because we had a
Thank
bit of a
God.
miscommunication with Ariel at the beginning, and she thought we meant sparring as in like fighting. So not
Okay.
that, but sledge,
Okay,
spa,
yeah.
rave. Who on the lineup do you reckon you would like to sledge, spa, and rave with?
Okay. Okay. I'm just having a scan. Okay, rave. Definitely my good pal Sarah story because she's very fun in a rave, I would
Yes,
say.
she is.
Spa. What about me and you? Nice spa day. What'd you say? Fancy it?
You know what? I actually fancy that. We're gonna have to organise it.
Okay. And sledge. What's the meaning of sledge? Define
So
sledge.
like when you go sledging.
Sledging. Okay.
When you like
Okay.
go down on, so you don't have to like ski or snowboard, you just kind of like
Got
go
it. So
scoot
go
along.
sledging with. All right. Okay. Who looks fun? I'm gonna say DEE. Going sledging.
Okay, yeah,
Me
that
and
would be
DW.
fun. I'm also thinking like, I don't know if they do dog sledding, but I feel like you could go with a whole host of people that way.
Yeah, we should all go, like all in tandem, the whole lineup down the mountain. I'd love that.
We'll try and get it organized. All right, so Jag, I know that you've been super busy. As someone who DJs and also is obviously on the radio, um, have you ever been asked to make a tune? Because I feel like that's something that people might ask you to be doing quite a lot these days.
Yeah, I have. I don't currently make tunes, but never say never. It's definitely
Mhm.
something I'm exploring. And I'm planning on spending more time doing, but I do a lot of things, Jess. So if I would be lying if I was like, yeah, I'm just working on my debut EP.
Yeah.
No, I'm not there yet. But it's definitely something I want to do. I do want to make tunes, but radio, DJing, label, there's so many things that have my attention more. Yeah, for now.
This is it though. Like, I personally know how busy you are. I actually don't understand how someone could cut out the time to spend a whole block of time like in a studio buried away. But I guess some people just that's their thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's listen, it's a skill. Like I listen, and you listen as well. Like so many hundreds of tracks every single week for radio and DJ sets, and to make something that stands out and shines out of hundreds of tunes is a skill. And even today, like I've been away the last few weeks, and I was just listening to like I don't know how many how many tunes I've been through today, but I had some absolute bangers, and I was like, okay, this is new, this is different. Like there's some really really great stuff coming out at the moment, and yeah, it keeps me inspired. And I think going back to your question about producing, for me, like I have an idea about what I would want to make, and I'm constantly inspired by what I listen to. A lot of new producers as well, so it's really exciting.
I feel like that's such a big decision-making process, like what your sound is. I find personally as well, through being on radio, you listen to so many new sounds that all of a sudden you're like, oh, like I want to play all these different things. And as a tastemaker, as someone who
Mm.
kind of weaves through a journey on radio and being able to talk between them, also like you do so many sets where you play so many different things. Like I remember being so surprised in your mix mag set how many different like genres you played. That decision making process must be really hard if you like lots of different types of music.
Yeah, thank you, by the way. That is exactly what I want people to think when they hear or come see me DJ. I want them to be like, "What? I didn't think she was going to play that." That is exactly what I want people to do, because yeah, I listen to so many genres of music and electronic music, and like I think it's really fun, and I love to throw in curveballs. I take a few risks, I'm not gonna lie. And I think for me, like I'd just love to play at the moment a lot more like bassy stuff, like faster, like 140, lots of wobbles, but also like a bit of Pussycat Dolls, or like a fun like
Yes.
Christina like sample, or like I don't know. I kind of play for the honeys. I've described my sound, and it's a whole like mixed bag, and yeah.
What was it that you played at Warehouse Projects that was like the most iconic thing, but such a curveball? I can't remember. It got like
Oh, I
such
got
a crazy response.
I got some real I got some in general, people were like, "That's great and kind of funny." And some people were like, "This is this is like the worst thing you could ever do." Like, I played Venga Boys, We Like to
Yes.
Party on the concourse. Arrest me.
Oh, blaspheme to the electronic music industry.
Oh.
All right. Well, Jag, obviously you mentioned that you've been DJing up and down the country and like also literally across the other side of the world. Um, tell us a bit about it. What's it like in Australia, and how is that different to like the UK audience? Because it must be so different.
Yeah, so I got back from Australia last week. I think I'm just about over the jet lag. I actually, it really, I can't believe how bad it was.
For
But so
people
worth
watching,
it.
by the way, I saw Jag literally the next day at a Radio 1 party, and I can tell you now, she wasn't like, I feel like you were very in your jet lag phase.
Yeah, I felt weird, man. Anyway, I'm okay now. It was amazing. Like, I honestly didn't really know what to expect. Like, to be honest, like I had never been to that part of the world, and even before I got there, though, I was getting messages from people who were going to be at the gigs or the festivals, like, "I'm so excited for you to play. Like, can you play?" Requesting things, or like, it was really mad. So I feel like people kind of do their research there, and actually playing 4 gigs there, they were incredible. Also, like, especially Pitch, which is a festival near Melbourne, it was like phenomenal. The amount of messages I got afterwards was like, it's crazy. And I think the crowds there were just so, like, I feel like they knew their stuff, they were receptive, open to things and just really, really fun and up for it. And I would say like one of my favorite crowds ever is the Australians.
Oh,
Like they're really, yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but I was like pleasantly surprised, and I got a lot of love there, and I want to go back for sure.
yeah, that's amazing. I feel like Australia appreciates music a lot, but doesn't get the concentration that the UK has, perhaps because it's
Mm.
so vast. I mean, I've only been there once, but you could probably tell us a bit more about that. Um, when you're in the UK as well, what's the best city for you to DJ in?
Oh, it's so hard. Like we are so lucky in the UK. Like we really, I do think we are leading in terms of electronic music, and obviously have done for a long time. And like obviously London is incredible because it's so rich in sounds and culture. But then, I love playing in Sheffield. I love playing in Scotland, like Dundee, Glasgow, just really, really fun places, and like Northern Ireland and Ireland, Belfast, Dublin. I just Manchester's always fun. Leeds. I literally love you all, honeys. I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick.
I was going to say I was surprised Leeds wasn't up there first, but obviously saving best for last,
Yeah.
potentially, because I know you started your journey there. Um, okay, better question then. Where in the UK have you not played
Oh,
that you might
where
like
have I
to?
not? Have I played in Brighton? I don't think I've played in Brighton, which I'd
That
like to do.
surprises me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brighton.
Okay, we're putting that out into the atmosphere. I'm sure they'd love you there. So, the Jaguar Foundation and its report came out last
Mhm.
year. Feel like the results were quite shocking. If anyone hasn't checked it out, you probably should. There was a lot of imbalance in terms of female artists in electronic music. And by that is an understatement because I think it was things like 5% of electronic music had solely female artists. I don't know, like obviously go check out the report for the official stats,
Mhm.
but it was something as ridiculous as that. I personally have actually seen a response to it. Lots of DJs and female non-binary groups kind of quoting these figures and creating events and stuff off the back of your report. What's it been like for you? And what's the Jaguar Foundation got coming up next?
Well, thank you for bringing it up. So yeah, for those who don't know, last August we put out a report. So the Jaguar Foundation is my platform to just do projects, initiatives, things to make the music industry and I guess the world like a more equal and balanced place for minorities and just emerging artists in general. So the first project we have done, we teamed up with Sony and we put out this report, which you can find on the jaguarfoundation.net. You can download it for free. And yeah, it basically just looked into gender disparity in dance music because obviously it's been a hot topic for the last few years. And, we've seen, even just looking at lineups and who the DJs are, we can see that things have improved. And like, even since I've been doing this for like, when did I start? Nearly 10 years. Anyway, a while ago. Even I've seen, things improve since then, but we really did a deep dive and we spoke to, people in the industry like Annie Mac and DJ Paulette and people behind the scenes, bookers, club owners, label owners, everyone. And some of our stats we found were quite shocking. So the one you mentioned, Jess, is just 5% of dance music in the charts is from a female non-binary only artist, and for radio it was just 1%.
Oh God.
And the festival lineups weren't great either. It was in 2018 it was 14% were female non-binary on electronic festivals, and then up to 2022 it went up to 28%. But still, it should be 50-50, right? I think it's
Right.
these days I'm just so bored of seeing like lazy promoters like not booking, just thinking differently and actually being like, what can we do to make this festival more interesting and also more diverse. And like for me anyway, like I love so many different music genres and whatever. Like I think if you're going to have a whole mixture of types of people, you're going to have a more interesting event, surely. And the same people get booked time and time again. So this report was kind of, I realized that there weren't like concrete statistics about gender in dance music, so we decided to do our own. And yeah, it was received really well. Went on the news, which was fun, and did lots around it. And yeah, I'd love for you to check it out if anyone wants to. And I have to shout out Snowbombing, to be fair. Like, the lineup looks really, really, like, just well-rounded, and like sonically, and like just whole, and you know, so many different genders and sexualities and types of people on there. So you should follow Snowbombing's example for sure, because I'm really impressed by that always.
Yeah, I'm so buzzing, and obviously we're DJing on the same lineup, He She They Stage at Brackenstaddle. It's going to be so good. I feel like you are going to sound so good in that venue as well. I remember spending a lot of time there last year. So everyone who is listening, obviously get involved. Susie has got involved and says, Jess and Jaguar B2B at Snowbombing 2023. It might have to be for next year, but I mean, more than happy. We'll be on the same night. So yeah, definitely come through. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe in the, oh my God, what is it called? The meat shack. I can't even remember what the meat shack's called anyway, but I saw so many random things happening. So never say never. Tell us about your label and your nights and now podcast, Utopia. I feel like it's encompassing everything.
I know, I feel like Utopia has just taken over my life. I live in Utopia.
Doesn't sound too bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great place to be. You're welcome anytime. Utopia is my record label, my club night, and my podcast. And yeah, initially started as a club night in 2020, and we had to do it virtually because of COVID. But over the last 3 years, we've done a national tour, we've done a boat party, we've done a few London shows, we've done Ibiza residencies. Like, Utopia has really, really grown, and it's kind of my vision for the world. Like, it's just a whole mixture of colourful sounds, friendly faces, and I describe it as a perfect moment. And they're just the best parties. Like, they're so much fun, and we've kind of built a real community around it. And I really wanted to start a label, and it felt like now's the right time. And it's it's super new. I'm doing monthly releases, so we had our first release out start of March from an artist from Dundee. It's called Van Dam. The track's called Can't Grumble, and I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with all the tracks to come. The next one's coming out in April, and it's so sick. I'm really excited to be giving emerging artists a platform on my label and a home, and I want to really help build them, and they're going to play the nights, and it's like an ecosystem, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, we also have a podcast called Utopia Talks, and we've just put out a 2-part documentary podcast about gender in dance music. So if anyone is interested, you can find it wherever you like to get your podcasts. Just search Utopia Talks.
So not busy at all.
Nah, got loads of spare time.
I feel like one of the most genius bookings has to be Barry Can't Swim on the boat party. I remember seeing lots of comments about that. Yeah, that was just hilarious. Oh, also you've got your residency as well, Ton of Bricks.
Yes, thank you. And if that's not enough, everyone, if you wanna be like, come and actually experience what Utopia is like, the latest thing is we've got a residency this summer in Brixton, which is kind of a dream, really, to have a residency. And for a Utopia residency that we can build on each week, we've got 4 nights across May and June, different themes every single week. The first one is the 5th of May. And yeah, we've put the lineup out there. We've got Chippy Nonstop, we've got Surya Singer, we've got Queer House Party, and my brain has gone, but
it's fine. They're going to have to be there. We'll check it out.
Yeah, but Ton of Bricks, Utopia, all the information's on my Instagram, so you can find it on there.
It's going to be so good. Finally, what can we expect from your set at Snowbombing? Do you kind of plan these things this far in advance? Like, what's the sitch?
Well, because it's a few weeks away, it's my next. I haven't got a gig until Snowbombing, so I'm just going to be like as I said, I listen to a lot of tunes. So I think it really depends what I'm coming across over the next few weeks. But I think just really, really fun, high energy, probably quite bassy, probably quite fast, and maybe some Pussycat Dolls. You know, who knows? Who knows?
Yes, I'm so here for that. Well, obviously, I'm going to be there with you, and I will have finished as well. So I'm going to be partying. It's going to be good. We can ski, we can spa. Probably need to organise a spa for the next day.
Yeah, babe, definitely. Please.
Oh yeah. Also, if anyone's watching and they want to catch your attention in terms of music, what's your favourite way to find new music?
Well, I'm always lurking, I'm always looking. So for me, like if it's for my radio show on Radio 1 and you're based in the UK and you make dance music, then upload it to BBC Introducing. It takes like 5 minutes. Just Google BBC Introducing and upload it on the website. Or drop me a DM with some tunes, because I do have an email, but I just don't use it. I can't get there, babes. So if I were you, I would upload it to Introducing because I check that like every few days, and it's just there.
And your local introducing show will also be checking it out. So I would also highly recommend, especially if you're in London, get involved. All right, Jaguar, that is all we have time for. Obviously, everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in, listening, sending in questions. My name is Jess Iszatt, and that actually concludes the final episode of our Snowbombing Backstage. We cannot wait to see you at the actual Snowbombing Festival in a few weeks' time. In the meantime, obviously, you can check out the Snowbombing website and socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, to keep up to date with everything snowbombing. Otherwise, we're going to see you in the slopes. Jaguar, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jess. See you later. Bye.